What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today in this video we're me going over some of the latest Destiny news and announcements from Bungie, talking about some of the things coming up soon for the game to look out for. So Bungie released a short blog post giving us a small hint of their next announcement of new content, so I want to summarize that and also some of the rumors surrounding PSX and Destiny 2 with my thoughts, and also SRL, which is why seeing some gameplay of last year's event in the background, which I thought would be a nice change of pace instead of missions or Crucible gameplay. So what Deej said at the end of the blog post, which was dedicated towards Thanksgiving and what the Bungie devs are thankful for, he said a small teaser about the next kind of announcement of content. He said, "We'll be back in the swing of things next week. The cadence of new content in Destiny is about to speed up again. We hope you can keep up." So once again, more sparrow racing puns, which they've been doing for the last 2 weeks, saying things like racing to a close and crossing the finish line, and I guess this week is no different with more of them. And then later on Twitter, Deej also said, "Notes on our immediate future, one step at a time, Guardians. Enjoy your holiday if it reaches your shores, and we'll talk again soon." And then he also said, "We'll talk to you about what we'll have next for you to play soon. After the holidays, the conversation will get back on track." So yet another SRL pun. So next week, Bungie are going to be telling us all about the new content they've got planned for December, of course, including the winter event and SRL. And of course, they're going to be showcasing that with the PSX event next weekend on the 3rd and 4th of December from LA. So on the topic of PSX, there's been a lot of news websites and blog articles and people in general predicting that Destiny 2 will somewhat be revealed or announced at PSX next weekend, which would be pretty amazing, but I do think personally it's very unlikely. I definitely wouldn't get your hopes up to see something like Destiny 2 related at PSX. A small part of me could see it happening in the form of a small teaser at the end of the winter event trailer when a big 2 pops up on screen saying fall 2017, but personally I do think it is on the unlikely side. The only reason I think there is a small possibility is because if you think about it, revealing Destiny 2 at E3 is definitely cutting it a bit close. I can't see them properly revealing it for the first time at E3 next June, with the game supposedly launching only 3 months later in September. It's important to remember this isn't just like an expansion or a DLC, this is a complete AAA game. There's always at least 6 months to a year of hype and build up, so honestly E3 is way too late to reveal a game like Destiny 2 that's supposed to launch only 3 months later, but PSX also seems a bit early for a full reveal. I do think that pretty soon in the next coming months I think they'll get the ball rolling and the conversation started about Destiny 2, but up until now we've only seen investor calls and essentially just confirmation that the game is still on track for 2017, but that's just something I've been thinking about in relation to PSX and the timings. Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, I'll be interested to see your thoughts. Now, the official PlayStation website with info about PSX, they actually listed Destiny Rise of Iron on the list of games being shown off, which of course is the winter event as part of Rise of Iron. Obviously Destiny 2 isn't on this list, but then again, if it was, they wouldn't really put it on this list publicly for everyone to see. They'd want it to be a surprise. So this list isn't really much to go by in terms of what to expect. But there you go, those are my thoughts on PSX and if I think the sequel will make an appearance. I'm leaning towards no, and I don't think it's likely, and I wouldn't expect it to show up next weekend, but I'm 99% sure they will reveal it earlier than E3 and probably host their own live stream, which they tend to do these days for their new releases. Now, on another note, there was something pretty funny and interesting that popped up on Reddit this weekend, which is the follow-up from Bungie cracking down on cheaters and DDoSers, and I mentioned these in videos when Bungie said they'd be banning people, and then later when they said they had swung the ban hammer, and then also now we've got a follow-up which is actually people showing proof. So a Reddit user called Noble Pancake said that a friend that he used to know who DDoS in trials sent me this image, and it's a picture of a guy trying to log into Destiny, and it says, "Not so fast, this account has been banned. For more info, please go to bungie.net/ban." So apparently that is what it looks like if you do get banned. And then in the post he said, "Thousands of hours grinding all for this, glorious, don't doubt the ban hammer," to which Cosmo, one of the Bungie community managers, left a comment saying the bans will continue until morale improves. So pretty interesting conversation right there. And then I also saw one of the most upvoted posts on Reddit this week was someone called Ali Moza, who suggested that anyone who got banned should have to wear a special emblem permanently equipped forever they can never take off, so people always know at one time they've cheated, which I thought was a really funny idea. But there we go, at least we know there's actually evidence of Bungie cracking down on people who do get reported and found cheating or hacking. So something else worth mentioning is that Bungie are actually doing a Black Friday sale on their store, and actually anything you buy will get you this Eye of Eternity emblem, which again is going to be super rare and probably limited edition, definitely worth picking up if you're a collector, and 100% of the Bungie store profits of course go to charity as well. So it's a pretty good cause. Buy some Destiny merch, get a cool emblem, and also give to charity in the process. So the next thing I want to talk about is actually the winter event as a whole and what I'd expect to see in addition to just SRL, of course. So a quick reminder of everything we know so far, mixed in with also my speculation, what I think is likely to see. So one thing to definitely expect is a big rebalancing patch, including weapon tuning and buffs and nerfs, subclass rebalancing. That's almost definitely going to have something to do with all the talk about shotguns. So either shotguns are going to get nerfed or maybe primaries will get buffed. or maybe a mix of the two, but Bungie's always saying they do big sandbox patches every quarter, so every 3 months, so we're really only a few weeks away from a massive patch that's probably going to change a lot of the weapons and subclasses and general sandbox tuning. Now, as a reminder of everything we officially know so far about SRL from what Bungie said in the Game Informer article, they said Bungie has also revealed we'll see the return of Sparrow Racing League in December, including tweaks to existing tracks, along with new tracks inspired by Rise Vine's environments. But beyond the racing experience, Bungie is eager to expand the winter event into something larger. And Jerry Hook from the live team said, when we talk about SRL coming back, it'll probably be wrapped in a different style, not just focused around SRL. Some of the stuff that we learned from our players around the Sparrow Racing League last year is that some people didn't like racing, so we're doing something with the winter event that helps support those players a little bit differently. So from that, we're of course getting the 2 Mars and Venus tracks we already had last year, but tweaked somehow, probably changed, maybe reversed, or new additions and obstacles in the maps. And then of course there'll be some other tracks inspired by Rise Vine's environments, so I'm guessing the Plaguelands, or possibly somewhere else, but it'll be cool to see some tracks in other locations in addition to the ones that are changed from last year. I'm actually really excited to see it return, and I'd forgotten how much fun I did having it in the last event, but watching back this gameplay really makes me want to play it again, and it's nice to switch things up and do something completely different instead of just shooting, so definitely a nice change of pace. But there we have it, those are some of the latest announcements from Bungie and my thoughts and speculations on Destiny 2 and Sparrow Racing of course as well. As always, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'm interested to see if you think we're going to be getting a Destiny 2 reveal at PSX or just the winter event. Of course, any news that does emerge next week, I'll be sure to keep you guys covered on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.